Commissioner Sean Cross.
Here.
Commissioner Rachel Lyle-Smith. Here. Commissioner Denise McGriff.
Here.
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Here.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Here.
And Mayor Dan Holliday.
Here. Frank's lips didn't move. I don't understand that.
I said he was kind of frozen.
Ventriloquism. Mr. Conkle.
Thank you. So at our last Urban Renewal Commission meeting, there was a request to have staff investigate some type of a deferral program for rental payments on properties owned by the Urban Renewal Agency. So we have identified that there are, for the Urban Renewal Agency, there are 2 residential properties as well as 2 commercial properties that are currently owned by the agency. So when looking at this, what we had come up with was that if this is something that the agency was interested in, if we would create a process where the tenants to demonstrate a measurable and definable impact, such as a business closure, significant loss of business revenue, or the loss of employment directly related to the COVID-19 crisis. Staff would negotiate a deferral of rental payments and agreement for payment in full of the deferral payment at a later date. What we had looked at was that we could require the payment at the end of the lease and then offer them the ability to pay that over time in installments if they wanted to. We would not charge interest on that. If they were to terminate the lease early, an example would be we could convert that to a loan with whoever the tenant was. Once again, we would not charge interest, just get them onto a payment plan to pay that back if that's something that the commission is interested in doing. So at this point, what we're looking at with the 2 homes, we have Bluestone and Hockley is our property management company that we utilize on the residential side.
Right.
We manage the commercial side internally here. What we would have is we have a 7% of the rent is paid to Bluestone and Hockley per month. We would continue to pay that 7% even if there is a deferral, because we still do need them. They do the management of the rental properties, residential properties for us, addressing basic maintenance issues, responding to calls, et cetera, et cetera. We didn't see a reason to terminate the contract with them. We still need their uses. And then we would reach out. Right now, both Clackamas Landscape Supply as well as Coasters Crossings are closed during this event. We would reach out to them to have some type of a form that they would sign, demonstrating what the impact has been, agreeing to the terms that we come up with, trying to be consistent. So we would probably look at about a 60 or 90 day rent deferral option for them, and then most likely then put it onto the back end of the lease as a last payment. That then
And if they, there's some federal assistance coming out, and if they get that, we would expect to get paid then.
we would expect them to pay at some point. This isn't not a situation where we're waiving the rent for the month. We're just deferring the payment to a later date.
Discussion, anybody?
Yes, please.
Commissioner McGriff?
Mr. Conkle, have any of our tenants reached out to us as of this point in time?
I believe one has. Mr. Graham, would you like to provide an update?
Yes. One of the tenants it reached out and asked for some relief on their rent, and I went over with them the ideas that city manager's just gone over, and they're okay with that.
And that's one of our commercial,
Yes.
and then neither of the residential people have contacted us?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Commissioner Smith, you got anything?
No, that sounds,
Commissioner O'Donnell?
no, sounds well defined.
Is there a motion?
I'd like to move that we want us to accept the city manager's report.
Just authorize the city manager to do what we discussed.
Okay, authorize the city manager to do, to work with our tenants to defer rent as noted in the report and as we previously discussed.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Commissioner Sean Cross.
Aye.
Commissioner Rachel Lyle-Smith. Aye. Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell,
Aye.
and Mayor Dan Holliday.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Kunkel?
That's all that I have for
Then
today.
we're adjourned. We'll be back for the regular city commission meeting at 7 o'clock.